Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for all the feedback and comments from the last upload about the eye palettes I couldn't get rid of. There was some really interesting discussion about how people keep things and what motivates them to keep them. And I also discovered the oldest palette that I showed you there, the Stilo one. From the comments some people made, I went back and looked at some photographs of the holiday where I remember buying that palette, and the comments were quite right. It wasn't just 10 years old, as I'd said. It actually dated back to the late 1990s. That's how old that palette is. And you saw me swatch it and how useful it still is. So that's, I don't know, is that a real tick for Stila? I think it probably is. Anyway, thanks for the feedback there. Please, as always, if you enjoy this, do give a thumbs up and do comment if you have anything to contribute, because I do enjoy seeing what people say, even if I take a while to get back to people. Anyway, today I wanted hopefully to make quite a brief look at a couple of products I got from Guerlain. I believe this is their spring collection, although it's been a slightly piecemeal release, as is often the case with Guerlain these days. I believe it's called the Meteorites Glow with Love collection, and I bought two items. The first item, well, I bought both of them sight unseen, in fact off the John Lewis website. Guerlain has some very strange release timings. I don't quite get it. Some of the products come in a collection long before others. We saw that at Christmas time when the palette arrived a long time after the Meteorites. Anyway, I bought off a website because I got a panic that I wasn't going to be able to get this item. And this is the heart-shaped Meteorites palette, I guess. Yeah, it's just called Heart Shape palette strobing. It's not actually quite what I thought it was when I just looked at the pictures. When I read up on the site, I discovered that this is supposedly a Korean based product for highlighting and strobing the face to give yourself a heart shape. So very pretty packaging. It's a metal lid, not embossed, kind of just all smooth with the little hearts. Guerlain, very pretty pink, very gorgeous. When you open it, you get the familiar Guerlain violets smell, like their Meteorites, and a nice compact. There's a kind of overlay in the mirror, which I've left on mine. You take off if you want to use the mirror, showing you what to do with it. And then basically two pinks here and a larger what I took to be highlighting colour, which is a kind of, in real life it's a bit more beige than it's showing up on screen there. Now these two are supposed to be blush colours. The instructions say that you use what they term the dark pink, which is this pink here, which is a matte pink. Now I'm really going some here because you can see it does not give a huge colour payoff. In fact, you can barely see it there. So that is what you're supposed to put under your cheekbones, or on the cheeks if you like. Then this colour, which they describe as the lighter pink and is a shimmery, highlighty, almost pinky white, I would say, and there you can see it's just coming as a highlight, is to kind of shape up into the hairline, they say. And then the kind of what I'd call the true highlighter, this one, which is much smoother when swatched, but very, very similar. So there's the light pink, there's the highlighter. On the skin, you really can't tell the difference, or I can't. It's supposed to be to strobe the nose and contour the lips. So those are the instructions, which are a bit weird to me. I don't usually highlight my nose in any way whatsoever. I would use a highlighter usually on the cheekbones, maybe just above the eyes a little bit. What I would say about this palette is, firstly, it's very, very pretty. Mine's quite poorly made. In fact, it's not doing it now, but this palette bit is loose on mine. When I first opened it, it just fell out, which is poor for £42. This basically I couldn't use in the way they're talking about, and I am very, very pale. These colours just don't show up as blush or shaping in any sense, you know, and even as a highlighter, it's very, very faint. It's more like the Meteorites kind of dusting powder. I would say also that even if you were fair enough for these colours to show up, here's a standard blush brush that I would use, and you could see the size of it in relation to the palette. There is no way you could use that to pick up just one of these small colours. Literally to do that, you would have to use, you know, a tiny brush. This is what I would normally use for blending out concealer under my eyes, and would just about work to pick up these individual colours. But that's not normally how I would apply blush or contour or even highlight, I have to say, maybe highlighter to push. So, you know, I only see this really working as swirled together as a finishing powder. I'm really surprised it's a Korean-based product because, you know, I'm pretty pale. A lot of Korean girls, you know, can be pale, but usually quite sallow toned, beigey toned, and I just don't see this showing up really on most people. So I have to say, pretty though this item is, it's a real no from me. More usable for me is the lipstick that I got. This is in the Kiss Kiss range, so this is the standard Kiss Kiss shape, but it's a slightly, I don't know if it's showing up, kind of pearlized pink. It's very dark here today, even with the light on above. There you can see it a little bit. So it's white with a pearlized pink. You know, very pretty, but the selling point of this lipstick is the shape. It's a little heart, and you can see there the Kiss Kiss Love Love written on it. I believe this is called Kiss Kiss Love Love Cream. I wouldn't call the lipstick a cream really. It's their standard Kiss Kiss formula, which I would say is pretty similar to the Chanel Coco Rouge Shines in formulation. It's a nice formulation, feels very comfortable on the skin, and it's what I would describe almost like a densely coloured lip balm. So it's a very forgiving formula for older lips, or if you just want, you know, a polished coloured look, not too in your face, maybe for work or whatever. These are very versatile, wearable lipsticks in a way that perhaps a matte or a more glamorous colour wouldn't be. It's really, really pretty with the heart, and the heart doesn't interfere with application, certainly at the moment. I mean, I have used this, and it's perfectly easy to apply. The little kind of heart bits, you know, work up into the cupid's bow of your mouth quite well. I got this in, I think it's called Pink. Yeah, just called KK Pink, Kiss Kiss Pink. What I would say about this range, there's about 5 colours, and they're all pretty similar. There's this pink, and they're all reds, pinks, pinky reds. This is selling well. It's quite hard to get hold of. I bought both these items off the John Lewis website, and you can get the lipstick on the John Lewis website. The palette is available on Selfridge's website and Feel Unique, but the lipsticks aren't. And I think the lipsticks generally are selling quite well. I can understand why. They're £28, which is not cheap, but they're quite a nice Valentine's present. So I can well see why they're selling very quickly. And they're a nice item, definitely very usable. I'm enjoying using mine. Nice formula, pretty shape. It reminds me a little bit, these shaped lipsticks seem to be coming in a little bit. Paul and Joe have done them in cat shapes for a couple of years now, often for their spring collection, their fall collection as well. I've never actually bought one because I thought they were a bit awkward to apply, but this heart is a good compromise. So there are also a couple of, well, I say a couple, possibly 5 different highlighting pens in this spring collection from Guerlain. Basically, they look like touche éclat containers, but they have different coloured formulations for brightening dull skin, dealing with under eye circles, dealing with redness on the cheeks, you know, green, blue, apricot, all those kind of colours, but in a pen formula. I didn't bother getting one of those, but if you're in the market, they might be worth looking at, I can't say. So not hugely impressed with the Guerlain Spring collection so far. The lipstick's pretty, the palette's pretty useless. So happy to hear if anyone else is making that palette work better than I am. But until next time, bye for now.